more productive, hopefully more harmonious lives. And we have to think about that wealth as being representative of a whole variety of human resources, technological resources, material resources that it can buy to promote these pro-social values. And if I made another slide, for human happiness. That's the end, and wealth allows that to happen. So, how we become more capitalistic as a university, as a school system, I'm not sure. That's unfortunately not my area of expertise. But I do know we have to think out of the box, because the current system does not allow us to grow wealth in the ways in which you're thinking about. Is that helpful? Maybe not.
Who else has a question back here? Pardon?
Many things in your presentation struck me, and it made me reflect that in Ramsey County in Minnesota some 20 years ago, I was a volunteer probation officer for 16 years, having no background in that area. And I might be candid and say I was spectacularly unsuccessful, because the person I worked with for 16 years was a goner before I got him, but I plugged away. Well, what struck me is a tutor thing. Is there a program where a person like me go through some rigorous requirement, which I did for this volunteer probation officer program? I go to many meetings and I learned a lot from it. But is there a program available for people like us who become tutors?
Currently, there's no large-scale program of the kind that I'm advocating for. That's something I want to be working on. However, many school districts have programs by which adult volunteers can come in and they can be provided some training. You do have to, because of liability issues, it's not easy. I mean, very difficult, because you have to be vetted. You have to be vetted. We can't just have anybody come in and be a teacher. We can't just have anybody come in and be a tutor. But school districts now often have tutoring programs whereby retirees or people who are taking some time out of their workday can come in and work with kids. And so I would contact your local school district, but keep your nose to the wind. This is something that I think is just pregnant in Arizona. The possibilities of getting our snowbirds and our retirees, our business professionals working like in the Intel intern program, coming and working in schools in partnership with schools. That'll not only make schools better, it makes us better. We learn from each other that way. Thank you very much. That's a really important question, because if you don't have a mechanism to volunteer, then it'll never happen. Right.
My question is, I've heard a long time about multiple careers in a lifetime, and there seems to be a presumption that they will be serial rather than concurrent.
Very good. Very interesting. And I've never heard it expressed that way, and your statement just jarred me. That's fantastic. No, that's fantastic. That's why I'm in the business. I'm in the business to learn. That's wonderful. So, thinking about careers as being, appended to each other, if I think of the timeline going in your direction, versus thinking about careers being concurrent. Can someone be concurrently working in, let's say, APS, and being a teacher, half time, using some job sharing, some clever ways of manipulating budgets and rules? That sounds to me to be very interesting in two ways. Thank you. The first is that very often businesses can afford, well, it's harder right now, but businesses can often afford the benefits, which is, when you get closer to retirement, the benefits become, very important. The retirement contributions, the health and insurance policies, those kind of things become very, 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 very important. Whereas the salary may not be as much. Whereas the district's insurance is just a killer. The benefits become a killer. And so job sharing might be a way to have a 49% in a district where the district doesn't have to pay the benefits. That saves a lot of money, but they would pay the salary. There could be some really interesting partnerships develop. And I haven't thought about that through very, very well, but your comment has got the wheels turning. I hope I can oil them up enough. Thank you. Yes, sir.
I have a comment to make about tutoring. My wife has a degree in math, 10 years high school math teacher. Signed up for a tutoring program here at the local high school. Signed up for 5 sessions. Session 1, she sat alone in the library for an hour. Session 2, she sat alone in the library for an hour. No students showed up. Session 3, 1 student showed up, had to leave after 15 minutes. Session 4 and Session 5, no students showed up. She quit.
This is important. So, and I did not adequately, I didn't have time to adequately express what I meant by a tutoring program. I mean tutoring children as a regular part of their instruction. So there's the idea that a kid who has difficulty coming to a tutoring center, and that's important. You have to have that kind of ad hoc opportunity. But there's also in classrooms as you're going along that is built into instruction, that is part of the curriculum that the teachers and the tutors and curriculum supervisors work together to build and say, okay, we've got let's say 10 tutors in the school and we've got 1,000 kids. How are we going to best utilize those resources so that the kids who need that tutoring, both gifted and kids that are struggling, how do we provide the best opportunities to match up the need with the tutors and actually build it in and assign it and schedule it? That's the kind of system I'm thinking about. When I was a tutor, we had what we called a student learning center, and students that were having difficulty, they were signed up by their professors. They were signed up and to maintain scholarship, which you can do at a university and not in a public school system, but to maintain certain benefits, they had to come in, they had to log in, and they sat down with me, and I helped create an individual plan for them to get back up to speed. That was very planful. It was integrated. I talked with the professors and worked with the professors to understand exactly what they wanted. That's the kind of thing I'm thinking about. That would be productive in the K-12 arena. We have to worry about the incentives, of course. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jim. We have one more question, maybe a couple, so if you want to stop and see Jim up front, he'd be glad to take care of your answers.